Now, with Hornsby doing a little workout right here, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to our Let's Play, and welcome to Kalon. I think a lot of you have been waiting for this episode, and I feel like maybe this is the episode that'll determine if you continue watching this Let's Play after today, but regardless, who knows, today we'll be talking about the theme for this island. Finally, the day has come. Also, I did look at my pockets and I was quite shocked that I ended the game like this. I stayed on the same game in days, so it is still the 18th, I believe. Yes, the 18th of July. Meanwhile, it's actually the 12th of August right now, so we're almost a month ahead in real life, but that's okay. So here's the plan. Today we're going to be talking about the theme, finally. It is current... Oh, that's right. That's great. That is just great. Oh no, and now we have like an entire room in the back that we can clutter up, but I can't get there anymore. Okay, how full is my storage? Okay, I can store a couple of things there. Like maybe the critters and stuff. I don't know if like I have to still donate any of this. I feel like I don't, but we'll see. Okay, so plan. Today we'll be talking about the theme. It's currently like 10 a.m. So the video is actually supposed to go up today. Later on at like 7, and then I think the next video will be us kind of planning the island with a mood board. That'll be like the plan after this, and I think I'll record that today, but I might be doing that later tonight so that I may have been able to react to a couple of like the first comments on the video, like on this video with the theme. So that's the current plan, and then I think after, so that we can finally kind of get to real-time playing again somewhat, I think after what I'll do is I looked up the critters again, like I checked if I have everything and stuff like that, and I will put the fishing rod in my storage because I don't need them. I will keep the net in case we encounter any bugs on the way, but you know, and then I do need like these two to get to places pretty much. Okay, yeah, so I put all the critters in that I've caught already, and I think after the theme reveal and then the mood board, we'll maybe do like a little July bug catching episode. So that's kind of the plan for the next 3 episodes that I think I'll record today. So those are all like one recording session almost. And then today it's time for the theme reveal. I literally have like my notebook right here. I should get that a little closer to myself. Also, I've got coffee ready. I'm like ready to just like chill and talk about this new theme with you. Because I wanted to, I don't just want to, you know, hop on here and be like, oh, this is the theme. I mean, if you've ever been to my streams, especially when I did like New Islands and when I started New Islands and revealed the theme and stuff, I always make it a little bit of an event. So, you know, I've made like trailers and stuff before, which we're not really doing that one. Did I shake this one? Also, meanwhile, of course, I don't know if I said that, we're going to be just cleaning up again and bringing this island to be a little bit more flat and stuff. But yeah, I've done like theme reveals with like trailers, if there was like lore for the island. We're not quite going there today, but I did still want to kind of build it up. So let me start by saying that 2 people have guessed it. 2 people have pretty much guessed it. Now, I will be honest, there's a lot of like nuances and stuff like that for my islands. I always try to add a whole bunch of words and sometimes a little bit of a storyline to make it a bit more special and feel a bit more like my theme. But pretty much 2 people have guessed it, I would say. All right. Let me start by saying that every single time that I start a new island with a theme already in mind, I always drop some clues. Some of them are completely intentional, others aren't. So let me go through them and then maybe you can, meanwhile, kind of continue guessing. I will shake the trees first to make sure there's no wasps, and then we'll continue chopping them down. Okay, so the number one thing I always do is when I pay off my first debt, and I pay those 5,000 miles and I'm finally able to move from a tent to an actual house, I intentionally choose a roof color that kind of fits the aesthetic of the new island. So I'm pretty sure that on like Naporia, which is a very, very green island, I chose like a green roof. I think on Meliora, I kind of switched in between the different ones, which makes sense because it's like a very colorful, color coordinated island. I even had like a pink roof at some point, I'm pretty sure. So that is usually kind of the first clue. I always choose like a roof color that kind of fits. Second, something that happened on this island is that when we started it and I saw my airport, I was quite happy about the color. I don't know if you remember that. Someone definitely picked up on that in the comments and asked like if I revealed why that is. It's because of the theme. But yeah, so I was happy about the airport color. I intentionally chose a color for the roof of my house. And the next thing that I always do, I don't know when I started or why I do it, but every time that you have to take that customization course with the Nook and you have to craft like that wooden wardrobe, I also always customize that in like a color that fits the aesthetic. So I customized that in a very specific color. And like on Naporia, again, that wardrobe is still in my house right now. So that one is a green one. So those are always the things that I do intentionally, my roof color and my wardrobe. Then I happen to be happy about the airport on this island. And something else that I was really happy to see was a certain door decoration in the Nook shopping. Now I did purchase it just saying like, ooh, we could just like try this out or whatever. But I was quite happy. Oh, there we go with the wasp. I was quite happy and I don't think I would have purchased had it not been with that theme in the back of my mind. Now, if you know like the color of all of these things and my door decoration, you might have like a pretty good idea right now, but we'll continue. The next thing that happened, and this was not intentional, this usually happens when I have a theme in mind, but I haven't talked about it. It kind of happens that I tend to gravitate towards colors that will fit the new theme. And this happened especially with outfits. So my friend Kat, because she knows the theme, actually said that she was like, I noticed that when you picked out like outfits in the Evil Sisters, you always like gravitated towards those specific colors first before you may have picked something else, and she thought it was quite interesting. And I didn't notice I was doing it at the time, but it's very true. So that might have been another clue right there. Oh, Annabelle is sitting underneath the tree. Maybe we shouldn't chop that one down then. So yeah, we've got roof color, we've got airport color, we've got wardrobe color, we've got door decoration, and also I think I have another axe, yes. And also apparently colors of outfits in Able Sisters. Those are some of the clues. All right, and then some of you, you know, when I asked if you want to like guess the theme, oh perfect. Some of you said that you'd like me to go with something that is outside of my comfort zone because it'd just be fun to see me kind of try and do some different things. Now, I would say, and I said this with Meliora too, this is like a mixture. It's kind of in my comfort zone, but it's also kind of not. And with all those little teasers, let me get like into it now. Okay, so I will just kind of go through how I came up with the theme, right? Because I feel like that it taking you on that little brain journey probably makes sense. So it all started with a code, with a path code, as it often does for me. Like literally codes are one of my biggest like inspiration. I'm pretty sure that Naporia was from like a specific code as well, maybe, or just like a couple of codes and wanting to do something like green with water. But yeah, this time everything started with seeing a specific code, which is a sand path with shells on the side. And it's a very light code and like a very light path code that I would never like use on any of my islands. But I saw this and I said to Kat, like, I want to use this. I need to do something. Like I need to create some type of island where I can just like have this path and use it and have it not be like completely weird and look out of place and stuff. And so I was like, okay, I might have to like create an island theme for this. So I started thinking about what could fit this path. Now we will be doing code shopping very soon. I think after like after the theme reveal, mood board, and probably like the critters, I think the next step would be probably to do the mood board if we flatten the island by then, which I kind of doubt. but that's kind of the plan. And then you'll see the path that I'm talking about, but it's basically just like a light sand path with shells on the side. And I started thinking about like, okay, what could I do with this path code? Like, what type of theme could I do with this? And of course, like the first thing that comes to mind is something like coastal, something like beachy, light colors, something like that. And I was like, you know what? That doesn't sound too bad. That kind of sounds like something I would like to do. And so I kind of thought more about like what colors I want. Like colors are always like a big part. So like whenever I come up with somewhat of a theme, I start thinking about like colors that I could go for and like a vibe. So I did this with my winter island as well. Like the main idea that I had for that island was like, okay, winter, and then I want something like serene and peaceful. That was like the vibe that I wanted to create for that island. And then I just kind of go from there. And the same thing happened for this island. So I was like, okay, something coastal, something with like light colors to accommodate this like light pathing and make it look not out of place. And I was like, okay, what type of vibe would I like to create? And the words that I came up with, this is weird because it doesn't really fit my, like who I am as a person, but I kind of came up with romantic and soft, which I don't think I'm any of that, but it doesn't have to be. As long as you're just having fun with the theme, which I hope we will, that's all that matters. And so I was like, okay, so I want the vibe to be something like romantic and soft, probably coastal. And then I was thinking about like some I was thinking about some colors, and meanwhile, of course, like I'm always like in the process of, I'm looking at my notes. Whenever I look down, I'm just looking at my notes. So this is not like a completely jumbled mess that I'm actually taking you through how it actually went. But yeah, meanwhile, I was trying to come up with a name for the theme. This is something I like to do just because, oh, there goes our axe, which means we're gonna have to craft like a new one. I always like to do this with my themes because as a content creator, I need to kind of label my videos. I need to kind of label the sections on my card and everything like that. So I like to just put a name to it and call my island something specific. Also, oftentimes I'll have people ask kind of what theme I'm going for. So I want to, oh right, wait, the corner ones. I wanted to do that, right? So like I want to just be able to give like a brief and quick answer instead of having to like explain a whole bunch of stuff. So as I was trying to come up with a name and the colors and stuff, I also started thinking about ways to make it more my own and make it more like so that I have fun with the actual creating the island and decorating the island. Also, I think how much stone do I need? It's like tree branches and stone. Oh yeah, tree branches 5, stone 1. Okay, that's good. And then I'm pretty sure I do not have my workbench with me, so we're gonna have to go get that. So the name, okay, here goes the theme, right? The name that I come up with, the name that we're gonna be calling it, basically the theme in a nutshell. Also, here's the roof color and door decoration, in case you didn't know what it was, is we're going to be doing, oh my god, black screen moment for this theme, romantic coastal retreat. That's what I'm calling it. And with that being said, let me explain it a little bit further. Also, there is the wardrobe, in case you didn't know that just yet. And then also let me check so I can create like an actual axe. Oh, we need wood as well. Okay, wood, iron nugget, and I'll grab a few more branches as well because we're gonna need some more. Oh, there's the iron, and then there's the branches and then iron. Okay, so we're calling it a romantic coastal retreat, and we're going to be talking about like the story that I come up with, but basically what I want to do is I want to focus on here's the colors I want to focus. Let's put it that way. Here's the colors I want to focus on. So like I said before, it's going to be like light and airy, and I was thinking it's going to be mostly like whites and like beige type of stuff, and then some blue, of course, because I feel like coastal always kind of brings this like white and blue aesthetic to mind, which I do think is quite cute. But I don't want it to be super like coastal, almost like a I don't know. I don't want it to be like a town either. You know, I don't want it to be like a coastal town that's like white and blue. Instead, I want there to be really like soft colors. So I think we're actually going to be adding some pink to it. And I know this might shock some of you, but I think we're going to be adding some soft pink. So nothing like fuchsia colored, but just like soft pink, you know, like imagine the pink hyacinths or the pink, I'm pretty sure the mums are also pretty cute. So more like that. So those are kind of the colors. So white, cream, blue, and then some soft pink. So it's all like very clean. I don't think I want like too much yellow in it because I feel like that adds too much of that spring core aesthetic that it's not necessarily what I want to go for. So it more like clean and also again, I guess serene and like peaceful and stuff. But you know, have like a little bit more of variety. And then I was thinking, since I want this to be like very romantic looking and soft looking and stuff, we are going to be probably getting quite a few like floral prints and just maybe like a few more fabric codes than I would usually go for. I usually much more, wait, let me start on the side here. I usually focus much more on like floor codes, which I think I still kind of will. Like we're still going to be focusing on like pathing codes and filler codes and stuff like that, but I might be getting some more fabric codes for this island so that, you know, everything can be quite like dreamy and soft and all that kind of stuff. Okay, let me see if I said everything. Oh yeah, okay, and then the story, because I was trying to kind of, like I said, I was trying to kind of make it more my own theme. I was trying, because I've been including some like storylines in my island themes, and that's been a whole ton of fun when decorating because it allows for like different things, like decorating your house in a specific way, you know, like the witch on Equilibrio, I was able to kind of do like that witchy house and stuff like that, and it's just a lot of fun to bring a storyline into the mix. And so I was trying to think about what makes sense for something like coastal, and I thought, and you've heard this in the name, a retreat idea could be nice. So the idea behind it is that everyone who lives on this island has been kind of burnt out or something along those lines and decided to just abandon their life and kind of live on this secluded and I don't know, I was gonna say lonely island, but it's not. It's just a secluded island away from everything, away from like the busy life and stuff. And my character included. And then there's two villagers. We're gonna be figuring out the villagers later on today in the mood board. I haven't really decided on too many. The two villagers that I already know are gonna be on this island are gonna be Flurry and T-Bone. Now Flurry, of course, is a given because she's my favorite. She's my baby. She's my little marshmallow fluff ball who has to be on every island. T-Bone might surprise some of you, but T-Bone is actually one of my absolute favorite villagers ever since I had him on my winter island. And he is kind of grayish colored, which doesn't perfectly fit, but I feel like it's still in that kind of like blue color scheme. And so I want to have him on this island. And to explain this storyline a little bit better, I'm going to take those two as an example of what I really mean with the retreat thoughts. So for Flurry, I was thinking she might have had like a bakery of some sort back where she came from. You know, she's a normal villager, so she always kind of talks about baking and cooking and stuff. And so maybe she had like a cafe of some sort or a bakery or anything like that. In like a much more busy place, and it just kind of, everything got a little bit too much and people were like expecting too much from her, and she just wasn't making her happy anymore. Like her true passion in life, which is, you know, cooking and making food and making other people happy with the food, was just becoming something super stressful. And so she decided that it was time to abandon it and move away from like a busier city and maybe the promise of more success with the venue and instead move out onto this island. And I think like she'll continue to bake and stuff, and maybe we'll give her a little cafe like by the sea and stuff. But you know, she just wants everything to be a little bit less busy. So that's kind of the idea for her. And then for T-Bone, maybe it'll in my head, for some reason, his storyline is that he grew up with like very strict parents who worked in like the finances sector, and so he was expected to be like, I don't know, an accountant or something like that, and to be like super tough and just like work and just focus on that. But you know, T-Bone is a freaking big softie at heart. I don't know if you know what he looks like, but his like close like eyes that are like super close together, he's so cute and so shy and so soft. And so it was like everything was too much. Everyone expected like things from him that he just wasn't, you know. Also he's a cranky, so he has a very like deep voice, and so everyone expects him to be tough all the time, but he's really not. He's really not. So he you know, despite his parents not being happy about it, he was like, I'm out of here. I need to find out who I am, and I need to, you know, see what else is out there. And so he moved on to this island and met a lot of like-minded people who will accept him for who he is. And yeah, so as you can tell, I get a little bit too much into these storylines, but that's kind of what makes it fun, because then you get like really involved into your characters and create this island like for them as well as for you. And so that's kind of the idea that I'm having with this retreat. So that's the storyline for Flurry and for T-Bone. And then I guess my character is, I guess, like, you know, a content creator who has too many expectations for herself and just doesn't quite fit into that perfect idea of a content creator. Maybe, I don't know, something along the lines that's, you know, very close to the truth. And so also she decided she needed to break out of this pattern and just kind of take a step away and create something else. And then she started this island and kind of takes care of the entire I guess infrastructure, just so everything kind of comes together and works. And she yeah, just helps people be who they are by just being there for them. So that's kind of the idea. And then we'll figure out a whole bunch of other villagers and give them storylines. Also, someone else I thought about taking is Apple. You know, Apple is kind of, she's like a pinkish red, I would say, or like a reddish pink, maybe more like. So she would still kind of fit with the aesthetic. And then the idea was that she was also a baker. And then Flurry and Apple meet, and they become like the best of the friends, and like have a bakery together or something like that. So yeah, that's the entire like storyline retreat idea. My God, I get really into this type of stuff, and I get like really excited about it. But again, I think that's like the fun. I hope that's what makes you excited about it as well. And then also I thought, because frick, wait. Pro gamer moves. See, you don't shake trees once and you immediately it comes back to bite you. But yeah, also this retreat idea was something I came up with because I thought that, you know, for the Let's Play, I wanted to be very like personal and feel very like close to us. And so that's kind of the idea. Okay, so I explained the story. I explained like the Flurry and T-Bone and like the backstories, the retreat, all that kind of stuff. So the only thing left to do is explain maybe a few ideas and like more of my vision. Again, this will really come out in the next video where we kind of put together a mood board, determine like what type of items and flowers and colors and stuff we're going to be using, and actually visualizing it. So in case you are interested in that, definitely you know, make sure to fragrance diffuser. Definitely make sure to subscribe, and you know, so that you don't miss that one. I hope it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be browsing through all the different villagers together. We're going to be putting together the mood board. We're going to be browsing through some different items and all that kind of stuff, and just bringing this vision to life, kind of. But basically, something I also think about when I think of a new island theme is kind of the time of day, and I guess the time of year that I'd like this island to be at. because I like to also do the coat shopping during the season, so I'm able to determine like much better how the coats are fitting to the grass color and all that kind of stuff. And oh my god, I'm getting confused. Oh, I almost lost that coin, y'all. I'm getting confused with like the trees that I already shook. Yeah, because it helps me determine like whether the coats fit better and all the decorations and stuff. I usually like to play during that time as well, because I'm just able to envision how everything comes together much more than if I were just to randomly kind of decorate, let's say in summer, but I actually want this to be like a winter island. I mean, that's a very extreme example, but I guess you kind of know what I mean, or I hope you do anyway. So I was thinking, because it's such a light and airy theme, and I have looked at the path briefly, I do think it would look kind of out of place in like, let's say the summer grass, because it's quite dark. I think this will be another spring island, which is kind of my favorite season, I think, because it's like this very soft green and very pretty. But I think it'll be a little bit different than usual, because this actually might be an island that I create in cherry blossom season. And that's quite weird. Like, we talked about this on stream the other day, because, you know, I have created like that Four Seasons island. And so we were talking about like how I created a winter island already. And then technically, I do kind of still consider it spring, but technically both Neverland and also Equilibrio and Offline were all uploaded in June, which is already kind of considered summer. So I've kind of created summer islands. And well, Naporia will be uploaded in April, so that's definitely a spring island. And then I definitely want to create like a fall island. But so the one thing that was missing was like one that is literally created in the cherry blossom season. Because, you know, I've got like the green trees, I've got the winter trees, and I do still want to create a fall island. So yeah, and then cherry blossom, honestly kind of, oh, I think that's all the trees, y'all. Yay! Okay, let's go ahead and maybe clean up first, and then we're gonna be able to dig all the stuff up. I kind of didn't see myself creating an island with pink trees like ever. But then as I was coming up with this theme, and I was thinking, oh, you know, like a soft little, like a blushy soft pink could be cute. I was thinking that a way to include that as well is with cherry blossom trees. And I feel like we might be trying that. We're going to be looking at it, I think, soon-ish, when we're going to be putting like pink trees on the mood board, but we're also, I think, going to be looking at it when we prepare to do like the coat shopping or something, I think, because it might not work after all, but I kind of want to try it out, and I kind of want to look at it. And I was thinking what we could do, because completely cherry blossom season, I feel like could be quite overwhelming, with the amount of pink, because, you know, I still want this to be more like neutral. Obviously green is going to be a color as well, just because it's like the grass color and the tree, well, usually the tree color. And so here's my idea. We're going to be we're going to be creating this island in cherry blossom season, but we're actually going to be using a whole bunch of fruit trees. Not to necessarily have fruit trees, so that means maybe for like the final look and the DA of this island, we will just be shaking all those trees, but just so that like most of the trees are still green, but we can sprinkle a couple of the pink ones throughout. And I feel like that could be cute. Okay, I also want to get the weeds, because we can sell them and get some bells and also miles for it, which is awesome. And also, I think because this is such a like soft theme, I don't think I'm gonna be using any like full grown weeds, so we can easily pluck like every single one, which is kind of nice. Also very satisfying cleanup right here. But yeah, so maybe cherry blossom season, that's the idea here. But using a whole bunch of fruit trees so that they're still green trees, but we sprinkle a couple of pink ones throughout. Now, the one thing I don't know yet, because so if you place it at the start of cherry blossom season, which is like, I think the 1st of April or something, you just have pink trees and like nothing else happens. But if you place it more towards the end of cherry blossom season, then there's a whole bunch of cherry blossom petals floating through the air, and they literally like land on top of like water, which looks hella cute. Which also maybe opens up the possibility of us creating like a lake with a lookout, or maybe a land bridge with like, you know, lots of water on the side, because that is a very, very cute look. So I haven't decided if I want it to be more cherry blossom, I guess, or not quite as much. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I will after recording this, I'll prepare this episode for the uploading, and it'll go up actually later today, which is I think the quickest I've ever uploaded an episode. It's always like been the next day or something. And then I'm very excited to hear your thoughts on the theme, if you're excited for it, if you like it, and of course you're very welcome to also give me some ideas or just, you know, stuff that you've been thinking. Of course, please don't expect me to implement everything. You know, the amount of villagers I can have is very limited, and also I do have like some of my own ideas I want to include, and then some I might just not like vibe with like the specific idea of the island that I've got in my mind. But I'm happy to hear everything that you have to say and you have to share, because I think that would be a lot of fun. So I'm excited to hear all of that, and then I think after the episode has aired, I'll sit down again later tonight to create that mood board. So I can already maybe take a few things into consideration in terms of like villagers and I don't know, items and areas and kind of stuff like that. I'm super excited for it. I think it is going to be definitely out of my comfort zone just because of like the color pink. I usually do not ever go for the color pink. I've been going for it a little bit on Meliora with the color themed area, but still not quite as much, you know. And so that'll be out of my comfort zone. And plus also, I think it'll have some meadowy touches as well, because I want to go for like quite the, you know, peaceful look. I just want this island to feel like a big vacation almost, you know, but not like a summer vacation where it's like stuffy and humid and like very hot, but like, you know, when there's just this like ocean breeze and you feel like you can breathe and you feel like you're just enjoying time. And that's kind of more the thought that I was having. And so it might also include a bunch of flowers and therefore be almost like a meadow feel. Look at this perfectly fitting into my inventory. That makes me very happy. And you know, so I'll be going for very light colors again. I have been kind of also attempting that on Meliora with the entrance. That one has more like lighter wood and stuff, but I think we'll go even further and kind of use some white wooden colors and stuff like that here. So slightly out of my comfort zone, but it will still be like a natural island. So that is kind of back in my comfort zone, I guess. But yeah, that's the idea. Also, very quickly, maybe some of you have already kind of said it in the comments, but one thing I won't be using is the mermaid items, because I personally don't think they're cute. So if you were hoping for me to use those, I will have to disappoint you. But apart from that, I think I'll be using a couple of the shell items and then just kind of lots of fabric stuff. Like I said, I think that'll be like something I want to do. So yeah, it feels kind of surreal to have talked about it now. And I did literally take like 33 minutes to just explain the theme I want to go for. And like we've only just grazed the flattening process. So we're gonna have to do some more flattening. Maybe later today I will just kind of after the mood board, I'll just continue flattening as well a little bit, and we'll talk about maybe some different games, because I've been talking about them before, but it's always been a little bit, I think, all over the place. So maybe we'll talk about some different games I've been enjoying and what they're kind of about and stuff like that. And we can do a little bit of like a moment in the comments where we all kind of chat about those. So that'll maybe happen as well. And then some bug catching, because we do need trees for bugs, right? For most of them, at least. Okay, Flick though. Oh my god. Also, I feel like I might actually be incorporating or putting in the bell boom ordinance, just so when Flick comes around, he will give us a whole bunch more even for these. But we do have to be careful, because I think it also increases the amount of money that we have to pay for things. So of course that is not too much fun. But yeah, we might be putting that into effect, because like, like this is all the orange ones is like wasps, which is like 2,500 per wasp, you know? Yeah, super exciting. We'll build up. I think we'll once like the island is flat and stuff, at the back of the island we'll put up some new trees and stuff that we can also then go ahead and shake every day and get like the produce and stuff every day. The produce. Well, not really, but like the, you know, the wasps and the furniture, which also I think I messed up one of the furniture pieces because I only got one, I think, from that one tree. It's probably like the cliff up here that I like forgot to shake. I think I just want to briefly clean this here as well of things, and then we'll come to an end. But yeah, I'm excited to hear what you're thinking. It's very surreal to have talked about it now and have like just explained all of these thoughts that I've had, and the theme that I've been thinking about for a while. Like if you think about it, from the first episode going up to now, it's been quite some time already. Like I had to take like 3 weeks off of recording because I got too excited with the episode. So like I've been thinking about this theme for like a month already, and haven't really been able to like talk about it or anything like that. So I'm excited to finally be like open about it and chat about it with you all, because I feel like you might have some interesting ideas and stuff. And yeah, I think it'll be fun. I truly hope so. And then I don't know, it'll be awesome. I'm excited. Also, I think I didn't talk about the time of day. So I talked about like the cherry blossom season, but then I do want to try out maybe to do another like 6, 7 a.m. kind of island. I much prefer the morning light to the evening light, especially when it comes to these like light and airy and peaceful kind of vibes that I want to create. So I think we're going to try out that, but I'm also not opposed to like a different time of the day. 5 a.m. is beautiful for the music, but 5 a.m. is always kind of difficult if you're doing like a lookout spot where you have to kind of look far into the distance, because stuff gets very you only see like the silhouette of certain things, and then those viewpoints are not quite as impressive as they could maybe be. So I think we're not going to be doing 5 a.m., although seeing it may also change my opinion on it. We'll see. But I'm thinking much more like a 6 or 7 a.m., which is like super light and beautiful and soft and romantic, I guess. But not quite as like green either, you know, because I feel like maybe the 5 a.m. lighting is too much green. All right, and with that we have cleared, I believe, the two highest cliffs of things. We do still need to, you know, bring in the water, but we can maybe continue a bit of the tree chopping later on, after we have done the mood board. Okay, and I feel like I'm not gonna stand by the waterfall, but maybe just like here with a couple of flowers in the frame. Maybe like that, again staring out into the ocean. And then thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun listening to what I have in mind about this island, and let me know all your thoughts and all your ideas and all that kind of stuff down in the comments below. And then I hope you will have an awesome day until I see you again tomorrow, actually, if you want to. And until then, yeah, have an awesome time. Bye bye.